So, this video was originally going to be a critique on how I didn't think the musical aspect of Hazbin Hotel was executed as well as it could have been, and I was going to use this video as an excuse to watch Hazbin Hotel Season 2, because I'd only watched Season 1 up to this point. Now, I will be honest, I don't particularly like Hazbin Hotel. However, I am willing to give the show grace because it's unfinished, and I know what it's like to love a show and have the internet shit on it constantly. Having said that, Vivzy Pop is a weirdo and I do not support her here. Anyway, I sat down with my friend and rewatched Season 1 and made a lot of notes on the musical aspect of the show. What I liked, what I didn't like, what I thought they could work on. And then along came Season 2. And all of my critiques that I had, they were fixed. A couple of examples just to show what I'm talking about. Most of my notes surrounded how misplaced the music was. Like, there was no musical build-up, like the score coming in slowly underneath the dialogue, or there was no emotional build-up whatsoever. Another point that I made was that I wished certain songs would become motifs for certain characters, like Poison becoming a motif for whenever Angel, Dust, and Valentina were talking or in the same vicinity. Both of these points were included in Season 2. We had a lot more build-up to the songs this season, except for one, but everyone clowned on that song, so that was fine. And Stayed Gone was used as a motif for Alistair and Fox. But now that meant I had a problem. Because now my video doesn't need to be made. So instead of wasting all of this research I've done, I'm gonna do a tier list video. I'm so sorry, but I have opinions. I'm a theatre kid and I need to say them. Also, I sunk like 8 hours of research into this fucking video. I'm using it. Anyway, the next part of this video is entirely unscripted and yeah, I've never done a tier list video, so enjoy me talking about music. So this is just like a little tier list that I found on what's it called? Tier Maker. You can't see it because I cut it off. But you got all of the songs down here. There's also songs from the pilot. I haven't seen the pilot, so I'm not going to be ranking these 4 songs. Yeah, I kind of went into this show not watching the pilot. I didn't know that I had to watch it. That's an entirely different conversation. Anyway, I'm going to start with our Season 1 songs. I think I'm going to watch these songs just before I rank them as well. You're not going to be able to see that, though, because of copyright. So, I'll be back in a second. I like and dislike Happy Day in Hell. I think it's a great song for Charlie, showing how, like, naive she is in the world that she will eventually rule one day. But I think it does such a disservice to her character because everyone in the hotel dislikes that she's singing, and the fact that you're starting a musical with people disliking singing and dancing isn't necessarily the vibe that you want to put off. I'll mention this like later when we get to the Hazbin guarantee, but I think this is probably not the best song to start your entire show with. Having said that, it's a great overture for the first season of Hazbin. So I'm gonna put it around a B tier. Like, I don't hate it, but I don't love it. And I'm saving C and B for songs I definitely know that I dislike. But yeah, I think it's a solid B tier. It's okay. And that's okay. Okay, Hell is Forever is a fucking banger. Right? I'm glad that we get, like, the beginning of Happy Day in Hell with Charlie singing, but then going into, like, the heavy rock for Adam and Lute was, like, really... It's a great it's a great motif that shows up again in Season 2, so, like, that's what I was saying about motifs coming back. I really like this song. I think it's a great way to show the different views between the heaven and hell, and it really does establish that conflict between the characters. I think it's a high A tier for me. I also am kind of partial to rock music, so yeah, I'm gonna put it in A tier. I think I'm okay with that. Again, Stayed Gone is another good song. Season 1 did have some bangers inside its season. I will say that I do like this song, so I'm gonna put it in A tier. I'm not gonna put it above Hell is Forever, though. And the main reason for that is that I felt like, because the V's aren't necessarily the main villains of Season 1, this kind of feels a little bit out of place narratively. And also, why is Alistair saying things like clout chasing and tea when he's supposed to be from, what, like the 1920s? Like, give him old-timey language. Anyway, this is gonna go in A tier because I really You know, if I ever had to do a karaoke song and I was surrounded by people who also liked Hazbin, I'd do this song. Just because I feel like it's a good, like, it's singing and it's also rap, so it's really creative. You're gonna hear me complimenting the music a lot in this video, but yeah, I think this is good. I like this one. Very good. We're putting it in A's here. Okay, the next one is It Starts With Sorry. This song is not one of my favorites. It's not necessarily for me. However, having said that, Pentious blinking on the beat was fucking hilarious. I think this is fundamentally a good song, you know? It's very musical and it makes sense with Pentious and the way they're going with the season. So as much as I don't personally like it, I'm still going to put it at a C. Now, I need to say that C is not bad, right? C is not a bad one. On my notes, I have them ranked out of 10. This is a 5 out of 10, right? So this is still good to me, right? This is a good song. It still made sense in the plot. But yeah, it's just not one of my personal favorites. So we're going to move on. I like Respectless, but in the same way that, like, I like It Starts With Sorry. I think that it's a good song. It's very musical. It's very, very high tension and it makes sense. But the problem is that in season 1, they're trying to set up too many plot lines instead of just keeping with the hotel. So honestly, anything with the V's in season 1 feels a bit off. And I know that's because they're trying to establish season 2, but you've got to establish the hotel first before you establish everything else. I think I'm going to put this in C again, but I'm going to put it above It Starts With Sorry. I like the different kind of, like, musical tones in the background for, like, each different character. I think it was fun. Just not one of my personal favorites. Whatever It Takes is one of those songs that I think is going to have some form of, like, foreshadowing that we haven't gotten yet. So I'm willing to give it a little bit of grace. But I am always so confused about why Vaggie and Carmilla are having a duet. Like, at this point, these two characters haven't met each other. And if Carmilla doesn't end up being, like, a fallen angel, what the fuck was the point of the song? I do love the range of voices. Like, all 3 people in the song can sing phenomenally, and I love it, and I love how this works. I have written in my notes, how do her earrings work? Because I think when I was rewatching this with my friend, they pointed out, and I was like, oh my god, they don't function properly. So, you know, if you ever want to rewatch the song, you should do that. I'm gonna put it below It Starts With Sorry. I still think it's a good song. It still works very well as a musical. It's a great musical song. I don't understand why it's there. Why have they brought up that, you know, an angel died in Respectless and then, like, immediately told us who did it? Like, could you not have, like, let it go on for a little bit more? I know they implied it, but, like, it still could have been one of her kids or something. But yeah, anyway, that's that. Poison is up next. I'm going to put this at S tier. Mainly because I think the song lyrics and the violence that is being portrayed against Angel in the video is... It creates... You can tell that, like, how he's feeling and exactly how much violence is being portrayed against him. And I think that that's not something that I've seen before. And I love that you get to see that he's acting so much, but also that little bit at the end where he's being honest, where he's like, I need something to live for tomorrow, is such an incredible song. Like, it's so well written, and you can tell that this song has been made with such care as well, specifically with the lyrics. I just think that it kind of sucks that I think the person who boarded this is an Angel and Val shipper, and I'm like, you can't, I mean, don't ship them, because that is such an abusive relationship, and there is no love there. No love. It's just, every time I listen to that song and I watch the video, I always just sit in silence, because I feel like what Angel deserves is to be listened to. And so that's just what I do. And that's a lot deeper than I thought I'd go on that song. But that's why I've put it in S tier, because I think it's just, it needs to be put there. Lose It Baby. What a song. I really like this song. I think that this kind of song is exactly what Angel kind of needed, in the sense of, like, someone who will make fun of him but will stick around and protect him and just like treat him like a guy instead of this massive porn star and all this kind of thing. Obviously, I don't know if that's actually what he needs. He's a fictional character, but that's like what I imagine he would need. I also really like that in the fight scene immediately after this song, you hear the hints of Loser Baby, and then again, whenever we have a Husk and Angel scene, we have like Loser Baby playing in the background. I am also gonna put this in an S tier. I'm gonna put it below Poison, but I think episode 4 I think was good. Hell's Greatest Dad could have very easily been like a low S tier for me, but then like Mimsy showed up. The only reason, right, I don't hate Mimsy. She's a cool character for the small amount of time she was in the show. But the reason why I'm gonna drop it to a mid A tier is because Mimsy's little bit of singing at the end is the exact same tune as Make 'Em Laugh from Singing in the Rain. And Singing in the Rain is like my favorite musical ever. And I'm like, you don't get to basically rip that off. I mean, it's probably a reference, but oh my god. Anyway, we're putting it in the middle of A tier. Yeah, I love Singing in the Rain, and I'm surprised that no one's like mentioned that before. Like, it is, I think it's the same notes in the same order. Like, obviously they can't like completely like reference it because that's copyright, but it's similar. It's very similar. More than anything, like, Jeremy Jordan, the singer that you are, I'm gonna be honest, half the reason I watched Hazbin Hotel was, one, because my friends like watched the pilot and loved it, and so we were all living together, so we watched it. But secondly was because I knew Jeremy Jordan was in this, so I watched it just for him. This song is perfectly what a musical fundamentally should be, like a song, like a musical song. It's incredibly emotional. Lucifer and Charlie's voices are just so beautiful together, and it's such a pretty song too. It's a great song, and it shows the development that Charlie and Lucifer can have. And yeah, it's going S tier. I feel like I want to put it above Poison, but I think that's because of my own bias of Jeremy Jordan. Okay, the next one is Welcome to Heaven. I don't need to watch this. D tier. I hate this song so much. I hate this song so much that, like, when I was rewatching it and we start this episode, I was like, isn't there supposed to be like 2 songs in this? Well, I can't remember the first one. And then it started and I was like, oh my god, I forgot this existed. I wiped it from my mind. I think Darren Criss, right? I'm a Star Kid fan. I've also watched Glee. I know who Darren Criss is. So when he started doing like the oh parts, I'm like, please stop. Like, I'm begging you. Like, this song is like if angels had to torture someone. Which is a bit dramatic. But yeah. We're going on to the next one. This is a great, like, I wish this song was the season finale. This song is so incredible of bringing together all of the points of the season that we've been thinking about how to redeem a sinner, if angels are good. Like, this is a perfect song, and I think it could have ended so many times, this song. It's so, like, and another one, and another one, and another one. It's like, oh my god, I've just been shot 3 times. I do like the song as well because it has so many different aspects to the song. Like, we hear Hell is Forever being played when Adam and Lute are singing, and oh yeah, it's such a good song. Having said that, I think that there's a couple of issues with it just because of pacing and writing, but I'm not going to get into those. So I think I'm going to put it at a high A tier, I think. Oh, I guess not. Hello, can I put it? There you go. I was like, is Hell is Forever not letting me put it there? Yeah, I think that's right. I'm just looking back on my notes. No, I ranked Hell is Forever more. I'm putting it there. Yeah, in my notes they have, like, out of 10s. So I've just got to make sure that Hell is Forever is an 8 out of 10. Yeah, because I'm going to, like, this is, like, 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10 to, like, maybe 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10, anything below 4. I don't think there's any 4s, but there's definitely 3s and 2s. So look forward to those ones. For Out for Love, I've written in my notes, finally some good fucking build-up. I really like this song. It's basic and very poppy and not too complicated. And it's a nice song to pad out the runtime of the episode. But it's nice that we've given Vaggie and Carmilla finally a moment to meet, which makes sense. I wish we'd had this before we ever had, like, Whatever It Takes and that duet. I really like this song. I think it's good, and it's just very basic, so I'm gonna put it in a high B tier. Yeah, I like this song. It's good. Ready for This gives me, like, classic Disney princess vibes, but also a mix of, like, old musicals. Like, there's a section in this song that gives me real Calamity Jane vibes. It feels very 1930s, which is, like, very unique amongst the rest of the songs. And the one thing that Hazbin Hotel really does is make each song sound unique. So I really do like this song. I am gonna put it... I think I'm gonna put it above Hell's Greatest Dad, but below You Didn't Know. I think. It's a good song. It's definitely better than these two. I think I've rated these ones 6s. But, yeah. I'm happy with this. This is so feminism. We're putting loads of women at the top, as we should. Women and gay people, apparently. Speaking of women and gay people, more than anything, Reprise is going top 10. Yeah, I really like this song, mainly just because it's a reprisal. Like, that's very classical. Like, it's a great musical technique to use. And also because they're gay, and lesbians need more representation. Hot take. So, yeah, that's what I'm putting that there. I think, as much as I love You Didn't Know, and I wish that was a season finale, I love this song as a season finale as well. Like, if there was a way that we could have split season 1 into 2 seasons, this is a perfect ending song. Like, the emotional build-up, there was such gentle notes and it ramped up every time, like, something new happened. We had different tones for different characters. It was phenomenal, and it was so great at portraying so much hope, and it was so fantastic. So I'm gonna put it at the top end of A. Yeah, so that's our season 1 ranking. We're going on to season 2, and I will have a little bit of a spoiler. There's going to be a lot more season 2 episodes in B, A, and S tier. I did quite like them. The Hazbin Guarantee is a great song to start the season with. It got great build-up, and I think this is such a great chorus song. I'm a little bit upset by it, not this one specifically, but I think that this song should have been season 1, episode 1, or at least, like, the vibes of it. You know, you're bigging up the hotel, everyone's singing, everyone's doing it, we're introducing characters at the same time. Like, this is a phenomenal song. So I think I'm gonna put it just above The Show Must Go On. I really did like this song. Not quite S tier for me, because the ending was shit. But yeah, great song. I really did enjoy this one. When We Get Up There is a fantastic villain song. Like, this, I cannot explain the joy I felt when I watched this song and was like, oh my god, there's musical build-up, there's emotional build-up, this is fantastic. This is when I knew that my video was gonna get scrapped. Like, this is a great song, and I love how we're actually setting up the V's and their motivations for the season. I ranked this at a 7 out of 10. I think I'm gonna put it... I'm gonna put it just below Hell is Forever, I think. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's a good place to put that. Yeah, because I like Hell is Forever more. Again, I'm biased to rock music, but it is a better musically song than You Didn't Know. Like You is not... I don't hate this song, but I don't love it. It's the same way I feel about, you know, Welcome to Hell... Happy Day in Hell. I was gonna say Welcome to Heaven. It's the same, like, electrical pop tone as Welcome to Heaven, and there's a lot less Darren Criss in it. I don't know why I'm beefing with Darren Criss in this video, but I it's okay. And I think it's great at establishing what you can do in Heaven, which is what we needed as only seeing Heaven a couple times. I think that I'm going to put it a low B tier, if I'm being honest. I like the other ones more. And maybe I'm just not into, like, the way that Heaven sounds, like, musical-wise, but, like, I don't hate it at the same time. It's just like a, that's okay, which is okay. Sarah's Confession is one of those that I actually enjoy as well. Like, I remember watching it and I was like, this is a really good song to like mix up what we really thought Sarah was about. And there's so much emotional build-up, and it's a really emotional song. But my problem was this song is like maybe 2 to 5 minutes after Like You, so I got insane emotional whiplash, which is really sad because this is an incredible duet between the two of them. I think it might be a little bit of an abrupt ending. Having said that, I am going to put it high B tier, mainly just because of the emotional whiplash that I did get from these two being way too close together. But yeah, great song. I know it's a rock song, but Gravity's going all the way to the top. I might actually put it as like top of S tier for me. This song is so good. I remember watching this for the first time and being like, holy shit. Like, the rock song falls in line with all of the other Adam Lute songs we've gotten so far, but this was the rage, and the way that it looked visually was so good. I was so impressed. Like, the animation quality of season 2 was so much like better than I ever thought that it could be, but like this song where you've got Lute walking up walls and shit like that, it was so cool. Yeah, so Gravity is a 10 out of 10. It's going on top of S tier. Great song. Fantastic. I wish we get more Lute songs in the future, and I hope we get more of her rage. The next one is Piss. I hate that it's called that, because it's such a great song, but it's just, oh my god. I really like the song. I think it's great at establishing, or re-establishing, how Cherry and Pinchas fell in love with each other. I think it's really fun that they've got the enemies and lovers kind of trope going on. I think it's good. It's so funny that they have like the one fuck ass meme like this. I really did enjoy it. I think I'm gonna put it. Fuck. It's somewhere around here. I like that, but I'm gonna put it here, I think. I'm gonna put Piss above Ready for This. And I cannot believe that is a sentence I've just said. Speedrun to Redemption. While a cute song, I did not enjoy it. Which was unfortunately starting to become quite common with Charlie's character in this season. She was just starting to become a little bit unlikable, which is sad because I like supporting women's rights and wrongs. So I think I'm gonna put it here. Which is very sad because Charlie and Angel, cute song, but like, oh my god, this was so... I did not like this song. But I hate... Like, I'm sad that I dislike Speedrun to Redemption, but I hate Welcome to Heaven. Because I hate that song so much. I don't know if I'm too woke about this song, but I don't think that describing someone who's supposed to be a black character as a pet in a zoo, using lots of animal descriptions, I think that might be a little bit racist, and just further like solidifies the fact that Alistair was never meant to be a black person. But having said that, I think the song is okay. I get upset because the dynamic we have in this song and the dynamic we have in Ready for This are two different dynamics between Rosie and Alistair, which even watching it back, I was like, this is completely different, but okay. I think I'm just gonna put it, I'm gonna put it underneath Whatever It Takes. It's like, it's a nice song, it's like catchy and everything, but it's just like kind of a little bit weird to me. Just a little bit weird. Clean It Up, I don't know if that happened in the same episode, you know, but I think it's fun, but I don't know if it's because where I watched it, but whenever I tried to understand what she's saying in Japanese, all the subtitles are in Japanese. And I'm like, how am I supposed to know what she's saying and the joke? So I think that I may have missed the joke on this song, but it's going, unfortunately, in D tier. It's a funner song to me than Speedrun to Redemption, but it's just like, okay. It's just a there song to me, unfortunately. The art styles, though, were funny, and I will give them that. Don't You Forget Reprise. Once again, it's a reprise. I really enjoyed it. there's a lot of emotional build-up, but there's not really much musical build-up, and I don't know if it makes sense for Vox to be doing the reprise rather than Alistair, but, you know, that's just like a technicality. I hate Val. Simple as, he ruined the song. So I'm gonna put this, I think I'm gonna put this here. I think I liked the emotions of Sarah's confession more than I did of the reprise. But, yeah, unfortunate, to be honest. Bad With Us. I did quite like this song, you know. I think that it was fun that we had loads of different genres being thrown in when they were talking to different people. And I hate to say it, the Camila Carmine bit where he was singing in Spanish and she's like, are you fucking serious? It was my exact reaction, and I'm glad that he was like, yeah, okay, that was weird. Like, that was funny. Like, the part that was funny was him acknowledging that it was weird, if that makes sense. I think this is an okay song compared to some of the other songs that Vox has. I think it's kind of, you know, a little bit, not necessarily lower down, but it's a bit of an average one, like when we compare it to like Vox Populi in a second. But yeah, I think I've ranked this as a 7 out of 10. I think I'm gonna put it. I liked Stayed Gone. I like Hell's Greatest Dad. I'm gonna put this at the end of A tier. I think I prefer Stayed Gone and Hell's Greatest Dad just a little bit more, but this one was good. So this was good. Vox Populi. Jeremy Jordan needs to sing rock more, because he was like aura farming, and then when it stopped, I was like, this is so disappointing that this isn't a rock song. But then to me, it was like a 9, you know, when Jeremy Jordan's singing rock, and then when it kind of started off slower, it was like a 6. But then I am going to say that I think it's worked itself up to being like a 7, because I think that once it builds back up again into Vox singing, like, I don't know who Vox's, like, voice actor is, but he's doing a phenomenal job. Like, he carried this season, by far. All of Vox's songs I'm, like, jamming out to. They were so good. Whoever created this music as well, also doing a fucking good job. The music carries Hazbin Hotel completely. And I don't mean that to be insulting or anything, but the music, like, I could listen to the music, but I wouldn't rewatch Hazbin unless I was doing a video about it, if that makes sense. Or to hate on it effectively, because I'm not going to hate on a show that I haven't seen. Anyway, we've completely gone off topic, but let's go on to the next one. Vox Dei, it's Latin, so I don't know how I'm supposed to pronounce it. I'm going to call it Vox Dei. I think this was a good song for the moment it was trying to create. I like that using language, it's like he calls himself a Führer, and I don't know, but that sent red flags off in my head. As if he's not a massive red flag. But I loved that he was, like, stealing the vibes of, like, Lucifer and everything. I think it fit so much in his character that he can't do anything on his own. I wish it was slightly longer. So, because of that, I am going to put it above here. I think I'm just going to put it here. I wish it was longer. I wish there was a little bit more build-up. But yeah, I think this was fun. Love in a Bottle, I think, is a really interesting song. It's really fun, and it feels very, like... It feels like it should be sung in a casino or like some kind of speakeasy, and I think that really adds to the vibes of what we're seeing on screen. I think it's a nice song. I'm gonna put it a little bit of a B tier. I wish we had maybe a little bit more depth to the song, but I'm also aware that it's a song that's not supposed to have depth. I quite like how Losing Streak's very different to the rest of the songs that we've gotten so far in the season. It feels like something I'd hear on the radio, and the fact that they're talking about, like, a losing streak and chips and cards, that this song immediately following up Love in a Bottle, I think, is a perfect contrast for our two shippers over here. Angel Dust, that's his name, what's the ship? Husker Dust. I liked this song. It's not, I think I liked it more than Love is in a Bottle, so I'm gonna put it, I liked it more, I'm gonna put it there. I was like, do I like it more than Hell's Greatest Dad? Yeah. Okay, we're putting it above them because I like it less than Vox Populi, but I do like it as a vibe. You know, it's a vibe. I'd listen to that just like on the radio. Easy had no build up, which is why everyone clowned on it. But I am always a little confused by this song because it's like I get that Vaggy's trying to distract Charlie from the world potentially ending, but I don't know if saying "shut up" to her will help. But you know, I'm not Charlie. I also think that it's weird that we have this metaphorical sex scene happening when we've been explicitly shown a lot of sex happening in the show. I would love to know why it was like this. It just feels a little weird that we're seeing like gay sex but not lesbian sex. But yeah, I think it's alright. I like the song. I'm gonna put it a high C tier. Like, it's very catchy, but just, why is it there? Right, what I'm about to say about Brighter is a compliment, but I'm aware that it doesn't. Why is Clip Studio Paint coming up? Okay, anyway, in other news, what I'm about to say about Brighter is a compliment, and I need people to know that. The best part about Brighter is that you don't notice that it's being played because the visuals and the music are working together so harmoniously that they just kind of blend together. And that is perfect, right? That is fantastic to do, right? When I was looking through like all of the songs for season 2, I had no idea Brighter was about Vox. But yeah, fantastic song. I'm gonna put this... Not there. I clicked. I think I'm gonna put it here, next to Vox Populi. I think it's a great song, and it works very well for Vox's backstory. I cannot believe that they made a reprise to It Starts With Sorry. And I also cannot believe that I'm about to put it in S tier. Like, how has this happened? I really like this song because it has so much great emotional build-up. This song really is the climax to Pentious' story. Granted, we don't see a lot of it because it's happening like behind the scenes and stuff, which sucks. But I really do love how Sarah's also getting her redemption too. And I think it works really, really well with what the season's trying to say. So yeah, complete S tier. Can't believe I've done that, but yeah, S tier. When I think about my future, I really loved the beginning. It felt like a great rally song, and it felt very Pirates of the Caribbean. And then it changed, and I found myself liking it a lot less, which is really sad. I think there was way too many, like, things going on. It didn't quite fit for me. I think I'm gonna put it low C tier, unfortunately. It just wasn't quite there for me. I think it lacked any kind of cohesion. There were so many times they were trying to raise a motif going on, but it just didn't work. I think too much was happening at the same time. Also, fuck Valentino. Fuck him. He's a fucking shit man. I hate him. I want him to die. That's a fictional character, by the way, not actually anyone called Valentino. Just in case YouTube tried to, like, kill me or something. Hear My Hope. It's okay. That's all I can really say about it. It's your typical music song, the musical song. There's nothing new they're bringing to the table. They're kind of just saying the same thing over and over again. It's okay. I think that I'm gonna put it here, which is very sad because I thought the season finale of season 2 would be higher, but it's not. But yeah, that's my tier list of videos of music songs either. If you've stuck around and hearing my hashed out explanations about why I like these songs and why I don't like these songs, thank you for sticking around. Yeah, I have nothing else to say really other than I hope you enjoy the tier list, and please don't kill me if your favorite song isn't very high. Personal opinions and all that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Like I said, I had done so much research into this video that I felt like I just needed to put it somewhere to justify the hours that I put into it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I don't know, I probably won't ever make another Hazbin Hotel video. At least not for a number of years because it's unfinished. The only way I'd ever make a video about its writing and its flaws is if it's finished, because I'm going to give the show a little bit of grace. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and maybe I'll see you in my next one.